Hello, students, and welcome to another lesson on subtracting fractions. I love how hard you're working, and I'm so proud of the way you challenge yourselves in math this year. So we'll start with a do now, where we thoughtfully answer our question. Today it's about our personalities, our abilities, and our skills, so it should be kind of fun. Our objective today is to continue to subtract mixed numbers. Our essential question: what important steps must I take in order to subtract those mixed numbers? Some of them will be familiar from our practice with adding mixed numbers. Our assignment today will be to watch our video. Please do this while you complete the assigned page. We work our do now and our exit in teams, and our math pages are completed on physical paper, and you can show those to me later on. We're going to do a fill in the blank for our exit ticket today. When I subtract mixed numbers, first I must find two words. You should be saying this in your sleep. I do this by finding the three words. The blank, blank, blank of the denominators given. If my answer contains a blank, blank, two words, I must simplify the improper fraction, adding an additional blank, blank to the whole number in the solution. For homework, I just want you to finish up anything you haven't completed in class and read our important notes about the second marking period. We're going to start photographing our work and sending it to me or putting it in Teams. So I want you to make sure your cameras are working on your computers today. Our picture today reminds us that sometimes we need to look closely to find the answers we need. And if you look very close and think hard, it's like everything else. You'll finally get it. It takes practice. Here's our do now for today. I want you to take a moment and recognize and describe these following aspects of yourself: your personality, your abilities and skills. And this isn't as easy as it looks. When I think about my personality, I think, there's lots of things. Like I love my grandchildren and my family, and I like to sew, but I love math, but that's not my personality. I would say maybe I'm pretty organized. But my abilities and skills, well, I think I can plan math lessons pretty well. And my closet and drawers are pretty organized, as is my classroom. So maybe my personality is I like everything to be neat and orderly, and I've transferred those abilities into the ability of being organized. Now, and I love this question. Are these characteristics fixed? That means stays the same. Are they fixed over the course of your life, or can they change? I will tell you I wasn't always organized. Again, this is our exit ticket. We'll come back to that later. All right, here we are with another self-checking worksheet today. And our final answer that we should end up with today is 12 and 21/40. So let's get started with that. With number one, we have 47 and 1/3 minus 5 and 1/6 minus 15 and 1/4. And of course, these problems take a lot of paper. So I've planned ahead. And here is our first problem. First, we want to think about the least common multiple of these denominators, of the 3, of the 6, and of the 4. And when I look at those, I know that because I've worked with them a lot, but the smallest number that each one of those is a factor of is 12. So now we'll do some conversions. We'll convert that 47 and 1/3 into twelfths, and I multiply the denominator and numerator both by 4, and my new numerator is 4 over 12. I convert 5 and 5/6, and when I do, I have a new numerator of 10 over the denominator of 12. And when I convert 15 and 1/4, I have a new numerator of 3 over my denominator of 12. Now, let's rewrite the problem, and I did here. I've got 47 and 4 twelfths minus 5 and 10 twelfths minus 15 and 3 twelfths. I'm going to move the page down a little bit. What I notice is I want to subtract the first two numbers, but I need to subtract 10 from 4, and that's going to be a problem. So I need to borrow from 47. So 47 minus 1 is 46. And I need to add 1 whole, or 12 over 12, to the 4 over 12, which gives me 16 over 12. So in the end, 47 and 4 twelfths will convert to 46 and 16 twelfths. I rewrite that 47 and 16 twelfths minus 5 and 10 twelfths minus 15 and 3/4. Now, I can only subtract two numbers at a time here. I'll subtract 5 and 10 twelfths from 46 and 16 twelfths. So 46 minus 5 is 41. 16, I'm only subtracting numerators, right? We leave the denominator and only subtract the numerator. 16 minus 10 is 6. That gives me a final answer so far of 41 and 6 twelfths. That's only part of the way there. Now I've subtracted that final fraction, that 15 and 3 twelfths. So let's finish this up. We have 41 and 6 twelfths minus 15 and 3 twelfths. 41 minus 15 is 26. 6 minus 3 is 3, which gives me a final, well, almost final answer of 26 and 3 twelfths. However, I can simplify 3 twelfths to 1/4. Here is our final answer, 26 and 1/4. So let's go ahead and put that on our paper. And we can go ahead and put that on the next line. And we can go ahead and work the second problem. So now we have 26 and 1/4 minus 1 and 1/2. So I'm going to rewrite them with 4 in the denominator because 4 is a multiple of 2. So I will rewrite 26 and 1/4 as 25 and 5/4. And I've rewritten 1 and 1/2 as 1 and 2/4. The reason I rewrote this 26 and 1/4 as 25 and 5/4 because I cannot subtract 2/4 from 1/4. So I needed to rewrite that first number. So my final rewritten problem is 25 and 5/4 minus 1 and 2/4. And then that gives me a final answer here of 24 and 3/4. And I can go ahead and work on number 3. So 2 done. If you'd like to try this on your own, I encourage you to pause the video, try it on your own, and then come back. So our third problem is 37 and 1/2 minus 24 and 3/4. I need to rewrite this with 4 in the denominator. So 37 and 1/2 will rewrite to 37 and 2/4. However, I cannot subtract 3 from 2. So I will borrow from the 37 and rewrite that first number. So 37 and 2/4 will become 36 and 6/4. And I will rewrite the problem again. This time, 36 and 6/4 minus 24 and 3/4 equals 12 and 3/4. And that is our final answer. Let's write that in. And we'll write that on the next line as well. Okay, did you try it on your own? I hope so. Number 4, 41 and 1/2 minus 12 and 3/4. We're going to go with a denominator of fourths. So we will rewrite 41 and 1/2 as 41 and 2/4. But we need a larger numerator to work with. So we will write 41 and 2/4 as 40 and 6/4 by borrowing 4 over 4 from 41 and adding it to 2/4. 2/4 plus 4/4 makes 6/4. Then I rewrite the entire problem. 40 and 6/4 minus 12 and 3/4. 40 minus 12 is 28. 6 minus 3 is 3. And this is a final answer, 28 and 3/4. Okay, we're up to our 5th problem here. Let's go ahead and work on that. See, I've chosen the pink. I have 28 and 3/4 minus 6 and 1/2. So I'm going to go with the denominator of fourths here. So I'll rewrite 6 and 1/2 as 6 and 2/4. And then I'll rewrite the entire problem, which will be 28 and 3/4 minus 6 and 2/4. 28 minus 6 is 22. 3/4 minus 2/4 is 1/4. And that's fully simplified, a complete answer, 22 and 1/4. And we are halfway done our work today. How are you doing? You're going to tackle this hard one on your own? It's a great challenge one. I'd love to see you try this on your own and then come back to the video. Okay to make mistakes. That's how you learn and grow. Believe me, guys, I've made plenty of them and you've seen a few of them. So number 6, it's a big problem. We need fresh paper. So here we have 55 and 1/2 minus 27 and 1/8 minus 24 and 1/4. I can work with eighths as our denominator, so I will rewrite 55 and 1/2 as 55 and 4/8. I'm only going to subtract 2 numbers at a time, so I'll go ahead and subtract these first 2 numbers. 55 and 4/8 minus 27 and 1/8 equals 55 minus 27 is 28. 4 minus 1 is 3. So my answer here is 28 and 3/8. Now, that's only a partial answer. That's only an answer to the first two numbers in the problem. I still need to complete the problem by subtracting 22 and 1/4. So the first thing I'm going to do is rewrite 22 and 1/4. I need 8 in the denominator. So I can rewrite it as 22 and 2/8, and then I will subtract 28 and 3/8 minus 22 and 2/8. 28 minus 22 is 6. 3 minus 2 is 1. And this is our final answer, 6 and 1/8. That wasn't too hard, was it? And I'll put that on the next line. We've got another one of these triple problems. So let's go ahead and get started. Take a breath. Stretch your shoulders and your legs a little bit. We've got a big problem ahead of us, but we've got this. So we have 51 and 2/5 minus 32 and 3/10 minus 6 and 1/8. We need to rewrite everything with a denominator of 40. So when we convert 2/5 to 40ths, we multiply the numerator and denominator by 8, and our new fraction is 51 and 15 16/40. When we rewrite 3/10 into 40ths, we multiply by 4, and our new number is 32 12/40. And when we rewrite 1/8 as 40ths, we multiply by 5, and we have a final number here of 6 5/40. So here I've rewritten those three numbers, 51 16/40. That was our first number. 32 12/40. That's our second number. 6 5/40. That's our third number. But I can only subtract two at a time. So I'm going to subtract the first two numbers, 51 16/40 minus 39 12/40. 51 minus 32 is 19, and 16 minus 12 is 4. But I'm not done yet. I still have this third number to subtract. And I don't want you to simplify that. Good for you if you noticed that this should be simplified, but we still need a denominator of 40th. So let's hang on to that for another minute. Now let's finish with the third number, but we have 4/40 and we need to subtract 5/40. So we need to do that borrowing again. So we will rewrite 19 4/40 as 18 44/40, because what we've done, students, is we've taken 40 over 40, which equals 1, and we've added it to the 4 over 40, which gave us the 44 over 40, which is what we have here. Now we rewrite that. So we have 18 44/40 minus 6 5/40. 18 minus 6 is 12. 44 minus 5 is 39. And that is a fully simplified answer, 12 39/40. Well, let's complete number 8. (16 3/5) minus 12 39/40. We can use 40 as our common denominator because it is the least common multiple of 40 and 5. So we just simply need to rewrite 16 3/5 into a denominator of 40, which is 16 24/40. But did you notice that the numerator of 24 is still too small because we need to subtract? Look up at the original problem. We need to subtract 39. So we will rewrite that number again. We will rewrite 16 24/40 by borrowing 1 from the 16, which makes it 15, and adding 40 to the numerator for 64/40. Now we can rewrite and solve the problem. 15 64/40 minus 12 39/40. 15 minus 12 is 3. 64 minus 39 is 25. We can simplify 25 over 40 because 25 and 40 are both divisible by 5. So that simplifies to 3 5/8. Good job on that one. Number 9. Are they starting to get a little easier? I hope so. You're all working very hard. 40 9/10 minus 3 5/8. What will be our common denominator? Well, let's look at the multiples of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, and the multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. So it looks like 40 is our common denominator. Let's rewrite 40 and 9/10 as 40 and 36/40. We multiply both the denominator and the numerator by 4 to get us that 36/40. Let's rewrite 3 and 5/8 as 3 and 25/40. And in this case, we multiplied both the numerator and the denominator by 5 to give us 25/40. Let's use our new numbers in our problem as we rewrite the problem. 40 and 36/40 minus 3 and 25/40 is 37 and 11/40. 40 minus 3 is 37, and 36 minus 25 is 11. And that is our final answer, 37 and 11/40. And we are not content to sit on our laurels here. We need to prove this final answer and see if it checks. So let's go ahead and do that, and then our work is done. Last problem of the day. 56 and 1/10 minus 6 and 1/10 minus 37 and 11/40. Okay, we're working with a denominator of 40 here. I think that's our denominator of the day today. So we're rewriting 56 and 1/10 by multiplying both the numerator and denominator by 4 to give us 56 and 4/40. We're writing 6 and 3/10 by multiplying both the numerator and denominator by 4 again, because our denominator is 10 in both instances. And this gives us a fraction of 6 and 12/40. However, it will be difficult to take 12 away from 4 in this situation. So we're going to borrow from 56 and add 40 to the numerator of 4. And that's what we've done over here to give us 55 and 44/40. So let's go ahead and subtract those first two numbers. 55 and 44/40 minus 6 and 12/40. 55 minus 6 is 49. 44 minus 12 is 32. Now, good for you if you see that this needs to be simplified, but we're not going to simplify it yet. We still need a denominator of 40 to complete our problem. We have a third number here that we still need to subtract. So let's go ahead and put that 49 and 32/40 down, and from that we will subtract 37 and 11/40. 49 minus 37 is 12. 32 minus 11 is 21. So 12 and 21/40. Does our answer check? Apparently it does. So good job today. I want you to go back to the do now. When I subtract mixed numbers, first I must find a common denominator. I do this by finding the least common multiple of the denominators given. If my answer contains an improper fraction, I must simplify the improper fraction, adding any additional whole numbers to the whole number in the solution. So That was a great job you did today. I applaud your hard work. I think you're a superstar for working so hard and wanting to be great at math. And you know what? With practice, you will be great.